Alright, this is PXX RPG Queen, otherwise known as hikarisilver, bringing you guys another Let's Play. So basically, Miru and Rose, for whatever reason, it drove them to split up the gang. So now we're stuck with an okay party. Screw it. We'll just do Haschel and Albert. It's not permanent. So let's go on to Deningrad. That's the way I'm pronouncing it. There are so many ways to pronounce names and countries and cities here that I don't care anymore. Alright, the Crystal Palace, another locale, but it looks really, really cold. Really cold. So, first thing we're going to do in Deningrad is to visit the temple, but there are other things to do here. But let's talk to NPCs and see what they gotta say or tell us. Hey, there's a guy freezing his butt off. What's going on, buddy? Aww, he's cold. Yeah, Evergreen Forest is very dangerous. It's a warm day. There's fucking snow everywhere. Alright, there is an item shop and weapon shop. Let's go check that out. There is no Stardust to get here right now. So let's take a look at what weapons we can buy. A weapon for Kongul. Perfect. Yes, I want to be armed with it. Albert gets something, so yeah, I want to be armed with it. And I'm pretty sure I already have Diamond Claw. See, I'm not so sure about this fresh plate because it decreases Kongul's magical defense, so I'm not gonna get it. Oh, Master's Vest, perfect. Yeah, I want to be armed with it. Soul Headband, yeah, I want to be armed with it. Jewel Crown, we got it. Stardust Boots. Ooh, pretty. Arm blocking, we should have a protector. Now that's just wrong. Armor of Legend. That would be great for someone like Miru or Shauna. And I'm not grinding for that right now, considering I'm Legendary Cast, which is in low hand, which is the same price. That's not fair game. Not fair at all. Anyway, let's look at the items. We might have to come back to that again at some point. We have 4 depetrifiers. And 1 body purifier. Yeah, nothing else is of note here. Alright. Let's go to the church. Good things come from the church, right? Right. There's nothing really else to explore in Deningrad. I mean, can't really go anywhere else but the church. This is not the church. This is someone's house. A library, which we can't go to either at the moment. I mean, there's a healing place, but not needed. Let's go to the library. There's nothing really, and NPCs aren't really going to tell you anything important. Not really. But this is the city of Exposition, where we learn backstories and histories. It is said that the divine tree that lives in our heart and the last fruit have been protected from evil by the signets created by the ancient Winglies. The legend goes, when the signet is broken, the end of the world approaches. Just like the last fruit, we humans are the one of the fruits given life by the divine tree. For the end of the world to be a mere legend, we must remove evil from our hearts and live in honesty. It is our mission as children of the divine tree. So let me get this straight. In Tabaroa, they worship flowers and stars. In Mili Sisao, or Mili Sisao, they worship a tree. Okay then. A divine tree? I've never heard of. Me neither, Dirt. We still don't know what the objectives are for Lewd. Any information can be helpful. Oh, you must be travelers. Welcome to Deningrad. My name is Bishop Dial. I serve the divine tree. Dill. Sorry, my bad. I'm Dart. This drawing is what you were talking about? Yes, it is. The divine tree. But this is what we imagine. Nobody has seen the real tree. Nonetheless, we believe in the divine tree. It is the source of life and harmony. Would you like to know more about the divine tree? Not really. Let's see what happens when I said that. No, thank you. Dot, why did you say that? Knowledge about the divine tree may lead us down the right road. Oh, Dot, you're pathetic. Knowledge reveals itself only to those who desire it. He just wants to know things, doesn't he? Yeah. Albert's a splurge. But, jeez. What's wrong with him? But just listening to a story won't harm us, will it? I was concerned about Lloyd, but if you insist, we can listen to him. Therefore, let's listen to the story of the bishop, alright? Jeez, it'll shut you up. I take it back. Please tell us. There is an M50 here, so nothing.
The divine tree is the tree of life. All life comes from this divine tree. In the beginning, nothingness filled the world. Then the Creator Soa descended from the sky. And his followers created the world. In the end, Soa sowed a seed on the earth. The seed soon grew to be a great tree. The great tree bore 108 fruits, and various life forms arose from the ripened fruits. Thus, 108 forms of life were created to fill the world with life. The divine tree completed its role, but the story says it is still protected by the signet of Soa.
Okay. Weird looking tree, and I'm afraid of it, and I don't ever want to see it again, but we will hear references to it again. It is like this. The world was established with a fate determined by Soa. God's tree, sown by Soa, is the divine tree. If you would like to find out more about this, you can go to the National Library. Is that the Millie National Library? I can step into the treasury of knowledge. I wonder if I am capable of receiving all of this incredible luck and still remain calm. No, I cannot. The treasure of knowledge is shining and calling me. Albert, are you okay? Buddy, because you're scaring me. Like, with your knowledge boner, where's it going, dude? Let's go. Yeah, he's scaring me. This is the librarian who left his library locked if you went down there to check it, but I'm not going to because I already know it's locked. Who are you people? Do you realize that you are talking to Librarian Ute? No, sorry. So what did you want? Have you interrupted my ceremony for no reason? I don't like stubborn old guys because I want to be an adorable old guy. Clearly the developers from Sony had ideas of plenty of things Haschel could have said in the situation, but decided to give him that as a way to go, and I can't blame him. because Hashel could have said something totally different. Did you say something? Way to ignore him. Please wait. We were told by Bishop Dial that there is a wonderful library here. If you want, you can just go to the library. Oh, wait. I locked the door when I left. So, could you open the door? I would love the opportunity to touch such treasures of intelligence. Alright. Stop looking at me like that. Albert, you're scaring me, dude, with your knowledge boner. Really scaring me. I appreciate it. I'll let you in now. He is such a haughty old guy. Don't say that. We have to do what we can until Lloyd shows up. That's true. He's a dragon and a dragoon in Stereo. And in Tiberioa, he obtained the cooperation of a wingly. We don't know what he will do here. Possibly something to do with that fucking tree that we saw? I don't know. I don't know. Do not know. Alright, so let's go this way. Sorry if you hear my niece in the background. She's playing with my other sister, but... yeah, thought she took a nap. It doesn't always happen like that, but as to be expected as a mother, I should know these things. Alright, so there is a save point, but I don't want to save. Don't need to. Everything should be fine. So now we're going to the library. Quite frankly, Albert is scaring me. This is incredible. This is the knowledge source of Indones. Go look for anything you want. The entire wall is filled with books. I know, it's overwhelming. Maybe we can find out something about mirages and the moon that never sets. Doesn't looking at these things all the time have an effect on you? It made me wise. Kongu feels dizzy. Giganto's loose to books. You're my typical barbarian, Kongu, but thanks for sticking to the stereotype that you got for an RPG. Here's something about dragons. It also talks about dragoons, too. We can say that the Sidarian War started from the dragoon spirit that was brought by Lewd. Let's split up and look. Let's just do it. I guess I have to use my brain for the first time in a long time. Can Kongu read human words? If Rose were here, she would tell us a lot. They will be back when they finish with their errands. We have to do what we can now. Yeah, we can't always have Rose as our backup. Let's see what Kongu's reading. It is about winglies, I guess. You guess? Kongu cannot read human characters. Kongu looks pictures. Let me read it. Winglies are people with wings of light who employ magical power. They had their glory 11,000 years ago and had enormous magical power that could float colossal cities. City floats. Yes, it's unimaginable in the current world. They became extinct after the war with humans who were seeking their liberation. But Lennis, who was a wingly, was alive. Besides, us dragoons are supposed to be only a legend. A legend does not necessarily tell the truth. Take a look at this picture. Humans and dragons. No, dragoons and dragons. And what is this? Virage manipulated by winglies. So, based on the FMV from Rose's memories, we could tell that most of the dragoons were human, and one of them was a Giganto, because Kongu was a Giganto, and the guy that was holding up the pillar saving Shirley definitely was a Giganto. There's just no way. Shauna, did you find out something? This book is talking about divine moon objects, but they are just divine objects from a legend to begin with. There are no details. If we can find out the meaning of the divine moon objects, we think we can find out what Lewd wants. Okay, let me read the part I found. After the Dragon campaign, humans controlled the continent of Indones and divided the continent into 4, and established 3 new countries. To the east, Sidaria, to the south, Tiberioa, to the north, Milisisel, and to the west of the continent, the untouched land, the Death Frontier. Each country shared 3 divine objects inherited from the Winglies as proof of their alliance. The divine moon objects are said to conceal magical power, however their usage is unknown. Usage is unknown. His mystery must be hidden in there. I will look into it more. It has to be. Let's see what Albert has to say, unfortunately. This is a marvelous place. It seems all the wisdom that humans can possibly know is here. I am reading a book on politics now. This is a very... Can you do politics after we take care of Lewd? Yes, indeed. Now let me read the portion that talks about dragons. According to this, dragons are the second most powerful species of all 107 creatures given life by the Divine Tree. Their attacks and life power overwhelm others. However, the Creator Soa created a balance by reducing the dragon's intelligence. Therefore, they were to be controlled by humans with their wisdom. During the Dragon Campaign 11,000 years ago, they had fierce battles against Farages manipulated by Winglies, and couldn't avoid being annihilated. But they weren't annihilated, like the book says. True, and again, they are ruled by the Dragoons. I'll look for more. Alrighty, so much information. This book talks about Dragoons. The Dragoons from Legend? Great, we get to read about Rose! Unbeknownst to them, though. Yes, it is, the heroes of the Dragon Campaign. According to this, we are the first new Dragoons to come along since that time. Maybe. Dragoons are to be called when history requires them. When history requires them? Is that now? Lavitz was a Dragoon, and Graham, Dole, and Lennis, too. Were their deaths necessary? That is what only history can tell. I, of course, don't know. However, it all started out from the Dragoon spirit that Lewd brought. If Lewd is a part of history, that is necessary. Then our journey seems to be dragged along by his fate. In spite of the fact that they were humans, the 7 heroes who led the Dragon Campaign to victory 11,000 years ago crossed the sky and cast spells. After they fulfilled their roles, they vanished with the Dragoon spirits, as if it were some unavoidable fate. This legend seems to be telling us that after this journey, we will vanish. It led to the Dragon Campaign. Oh boy. All this knowledge, you know, we could disappear. I mean, we don't know about what happened to the other 2 Dragoons, which are essentially the Dragoons that carry, well, not Lavitz, Albert and Miru spirits, but we know what happened to the other one. Shirley got killed, the Giganto got killed, Rose is alive, Zeeg got killed, who holds Dart's Dragon Spirit, Kansas, who is the guy that clearly has Hashel's, died in the blast from the Virage, so it's not saying necessarily that they'll all die, it's just saying they'll disappear, and why Rose is alive, we don't know. It led to the Dragon Campaign. What do you need? Are you acting superior again? Of course, I am superior. I prefer being a hit with girls over feeling superior. At least Hashel knows what's important in life. I don't care about those things. It seems you are interested in the Dragon Campaign. Winglies, Divine Moon Objects, and Dragoons, these all had something to do with the Dragon Campaign. Then Lewd has something to do with the Dragon Campaign. The Dragon Campaign is my specialty. Maybe I can be of assistance. Tell me. We only know fragments. I see. This is the Legend of the Dragon Campaign that I know. This is another FNV sequence, which, again, this is the exposition part of the Legend of Dragoon, so it's kind of dense.
There were 7 Dragoon warriors in the Legend of the Dragon Campaign. Dragoons, reputed to be the incarnation of dragons. With dragons at their side, the Dragoons fought boldly. However, in the age when the legend was reality, the Winglies dominated all, even the gods. The gods answered to dictator Melbu Frama's prayers and granted him ultimate power. But the power was abused. The earth of Saint Imperial Gloriano was scorched by the god's fire and became ashen. The anger and sadness of the people was fuel for the Dragoon's cause. Then at last they freed the gods. Without the gods' power, the Winglies perished, and our age, the human age, began. Thereafter, the gods floated in the sky. For 11,000 years, they have been looking over the world as the moon that never sets.
Wow, okay. Lots of pretty historical artwork there, and I can't be amazed by it. That is the story. Did you find out something related to Lewd? Oh well, that's unfortunate. You're already here, so you might as well check the reference room upstairs. Are there more books? No, it contains the historical matter of Millie Cecil. For other people, it may seem to be mere trash. However, for our country, they are all historical objects. This is something left by the Black Monster that brought an inferno down on this country. The Black Monster? Great, now we've instilled Dart's craziness. It has already been 18 years. It is surprising a young man like you knows about it. I was born in me. God, are you a survivor from the village? Oh no. So we're gonna go upstairs and learn some stuff about Dart. But we literally cannot grab any Stardust at this point. It's very sad. This is the stained glass of the Church of Meat. Do you remember seeing this? Yes, faintly, but I do remember. It was really a monster. These are the only things that survived the Black Flame. Do you know anything about what happened to Neat back then? Any survivors, or... I know only one. Who is that? The second sacred sister of Millie Cecil, Sister Liliana. It seems you don't know her. However, I can tell you a little about the Black Monster. There is a legend about the Black Monster and the Moonchild. Would you like to hear it? Yes, please. It is ironic, but the people who visit the church and Neat pray for their own happiness by looking at the stained glass, which shows the legend of the Black Monster and the Moonchild. Up, another FMV. You'll hear.
Why did the gods create him? The Black Monster. He appears in various legends as a demon who rebels against and devours the gods. An evil plague that rejects peace in the world. The god that is the moon that never sets. The moon that never sets glows red every 108 years. It is a sign that a herald will be sent to Earth. The herald is known to us as the Moonchild. The legend says the Moonchild revives the gods on Earth and purifies the world. The Black Monster abhors, hates, and despises it, and kills the Moonchild. This sad karma is endless. This god stays forever in the sky, and the world is in never-ending chaos.
Wow, that is a lot to take in.